Hello anyone and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses, where we are hopefully going to finish the church route, which is a hecking miracle given that I started it like a year ago. But anyway, I'm here because I discovered something amusing, so I have a support with Caspar, as you can see, but... oh, what a shame, I'll never be able to get his C support. How terrible. Whatever will I do? Anyway, back to being relatively serious in my gameplay. Also, I did realise something interesting. Last time when Seteth was being all ominous about, I wonder if Rhea recovers, will she be unchanged? Are we gonna have final boss Rhea? Is that what this is leading up to? Because that would be A, hilarious, but B, after the Edelgard route, I'm not sure I can handle that again. Anyway, Happy, you're not in the Abyss.
I heard you might become the next leader of Fodlan. Personally, I'm into the idea. If you have the chance, you'll take it, right?
You think I should?
I'd say go for it. I want to see how you clean up this messy old continent of ours. That might be something I can get excited about.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, for sure.
Phew. It's all over, Professor. Though I am worried about Lady Rhea.
So am I now.
But still, Fodlan is united, and those terrible people lurking in the dark have finally been destroyed. Looks like it's the dawn of a wonderful new era. Of blissful seclusion for Bernie.
Sure.
Woohoo! You finally did it, Bernie! Now take your reward of eternal peace and quiet!
Why not, I guess. I'm sure we'll find a reason to drag her out every now and then.
War has been ended. I will now be returning to Bridget. I hope in the new Fodlan, Bridget can be accepted with friendship. When my professor becomes the leader, I think that will have a possibility. Please, choose well.
Same to you.
Yes. Now, I must be packing.
I don't know if this really has much point, but we'll do it anyway. Since this is presumably the last month.
All right! We did it, Professor! We really gave it to him out there! With all the fighting and hardships, I don't know how we did it, but I'm glad we made it through together.
Me too.
Now all we gotta do is make you the new ruler. That's gonna be a fun coronation.
Wow, everyone's really going for that. Personally, I had exactly 0 teachers who I would now want to crown to rule our country. Though I can think of a few who might do a better job than the people currently in charge, but let's not go into that too much.
What do you require? Farewell.
Wow, all of our battalions really took a hit during that battle.
Pardon me.
I can tell that things will settle down soon enough. Gotta get back to slinging wares and making moolah. And hopefully no more messes to spoil it after this.
I mean, the fact that we're still here means there's at least one more mess, but sure.
Pardon me.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Say, how is the Archbishop faring? The soldiers and citizens are all concerned, just when we thought peace had finally arrived. What's to become of Fodlan?
It's a good question.
Oh.
This last series of battles was swift but vicious. Murden, Gronder, Mercius. Many of our allies lost their lives in those battles, but now we've finally avenged our fallen friends.
I've got to write a letter to my family. They're waiting in my old hometown. I've got to tell them I'll be coming home soon. I mean, what else could possibly happen?
Yeah, what else could? We're gonna find out, and probably hate it.
I don't think anybody would bat an eye if it was Seteth who ascended the throne. But really,
I think we can all agree that the role of tough but fair second-in-command suits him best.
Okay. Sure. Maybe we just crown Flame then.
Teacher, well done, Professor. We have brought the war to a magnificent conclusion. The Empire, Alliance, and Kingdom are no more, nor are there any factions that could blindside us and cause conflict. Now it falls to us to rule Fodlan and bring about an era of peace and prosperity. You would be a fine choice for the first ruler of this new era. I sincerely believe that.
Well, he's not saying that he would be, so I guess that's character development.
So your heart is already set on it. Excellent. In that case, congratulations are in order.
And I'm just
I
accepting
will
it at
follow
this
you,
point.
Professor. I aim to be a great and respectable noble.
Maybe I'll abolish the nobility, just for you, Ferdinand. Just for you. All the nobles, gone, just because Ferdinand exists. But I guess we never really did figure out what happened to Claude, did we? Because, they're saying the Alliance is gone. But is it? He presumably just went back home. I don't know.
Lady Rhea was injured. How could such a thing happen? Wasn't she supposed to be resting? I can't believe she'd put herself in danger by going into battle in that state.
Really?
Oh, Goddess. Please save Lady Rhea.
Yeah, we're doing our best. She's just being difficult.
Right.
Professor.
Right. Finally, an end to the fighting. Have you ever felt happier? I've worried that I might not live to see this day, but here we are. And everything is going to be okay, isn't it?
Yeah, give or take.
My heart feels like it's ready to burst. I'm so full of happiness, yet I feel a sense of loss, too.
We protected more than we lost.
I agree. I suppose if I think of those who are gone as the people who ensured our freedom, it hurts less. Please do what you can to keep the peace, so we never have to face such awful times again.
Yeah, that does sound pretty good.
Professor, I see.
Hello there.
Those who slither in the dark will never harm anyone again. They're finally done for. Thank you, Professor. Finally, I feel some vindication for what I've gone through.
Oh, that makes me happy. Thank you, Lysithea.
Ah, Professor. Ever the modest one. I do like that aspect of you. As long as I'm of use here, I'm happy to stick around, Professor.
Nice.
Oh. Hey, just when I thought bringing the Empire down would end the war, you had to fight where? Against whom?
Good hecking question.
The noble knights of Saros won't tell us commoners any meaningful details, but at least that's the end of the fighting, right? Thanks for writing it out all this time.
Wow, the game is really trying to convince us that it's the end, even though they've given us another month, so it's blatantly not.
The most important thing we can do now is to pour all of our efforts into rebuilding the church and the monastery. We've relied on Lady Rhea and Sedith up till now, but after all this, we'll need to do our part too. The church may even need to go through some changes to catch up with the times.
Yeah, probably.
Lady Rhea stopped the forces that threatened to destroy Fodlan. She's trying to realize her dream of peace. Isn't that enough? Can't you let her rest? If you're the only person who's fit to replace her, you should just do it. I'm sure Lady Rhea wishes for that too, right? I can't think of anyone who's more well-suited to the job.
Okay. Glad that you guys have faith in me, I guess. Because I sure don't.
Well...
Hey! All the lords of the Old Kingdom seem to be pouring their efforts into rebuilding their own domains. But without a royal family in place, they can't seem to reach any sort of agreement. And so the work can't progress.
Of course.
A lot of territory in the Old Empire doesn't even have any lords right now. So there are concerns about peace and prosperity breaking down in large areas. It is the duty of the victor to restore order. We must rebuild and reunite as soon as we can.
I mean, sounds good to me.
Congratulations on a job well done, Professor.
I do hope Lady Rhea is well. Is it true what I heard? You'll be taking over her post? Would that make you Archbishop, or higher still? Am I in the company of the future ruler of Fodlan?
Either would be a hassle.
I agree. Imagine all that responsibility. Until now, you've always fought with all of us by your side. Being ruler would be a much lonelier job, though I am certain you would excel. Me? I have no interest in a leadership role. I'm happy to spend the rest of my days studying and napping.
Lindy continues to be a mood. I relate so much to him, it's kind of disturbing. But yeah.
Really? Professor! I have faith in Lady Rhea's convalescence. But even so, what she needs now is rest. And while she is recovering, somebody must watch over Fodlan. There is no one more fit to wear such a mantle than you, Professor. That is what I believe. I do not doubt the others feel the same.
I doubt it maybe a little bit, but that's mostly because of me, not of Byleth. If I wasn't technically in charge of Byleth here, I would have much more faith in them.
Professor, do you figure Lady Rhea will be okay? She will, won't she? I don't care one bit who'll succeed Lady Rhea, because nobody's gonna need to. She's gonna be happy and healthy again. You'll see.
I guess I will. I don't think there's anyone left in here, no. Normally I go to the cathedral last, but I want to do the third floor last. I feel like that's where the wildness is going to occur.
I've heard that you'll take over as the ruler of this new land. Is that true? And here I thought you'd take over for Lady Rhea as Archbishop. We'll be lonely here in the monastery if you leave. Oh, hey! Why don't we make Garrick Mach the new capital?
I mean, I was gonna say, it's kind of in the middle of everything, so why not? Where are you, Marianne? Oh, you're outside. Of course you are.
A moment, please. Once Lady Rhea is fully recovered, she will resume her role as the Archbishop of the Church. In which case, I do believe you would be the obvious choice for the ruler of the new royal bloodline.
Great! Although, is Byleth now gonna live forever like the children of the goddess do?
Thanks.
Hard to say.
Professor, and with that, we can finally enjoy a time of peace. I'm honored to have fought by your side. Even if you haven't made plans yet, I know you'll do your best, whatever your future may hold.
Thank you. You've grown much stronger. Quite the optimist.
I never would have dreamed my heart could have grown this way. Please let me know if there's anything more I can do.
Yeah, I will. Because I presume that there is.
Professor!
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. War is over! And it's all thanks to you. That's no small feat, and I bet it took a lot of hard work. On behalf of the world, thank you. On a personal note, I'm, chewing on an idea. Marriage. I'm thinking of getting hitched. If I do, I may have to move up top.
So are you planning to marry your dead friend's sister? That's... okay.
The idea of leaving my post is terrifying, to be honest. Not sure what a life up top would even look like. But for her, I'll figure it out. She's worth it.
Can't she just move down here? Guess I'll never know.
Huh? So, you've managed to make it all the way to the end. For once, it seems, the stars were wrong. My reading of the stars predicted that, during the war, you would fall to your death. But that was 5 years ago. Perhaps the prediction was true for you then somehow.
Yeah, I mean, Byleth kind of did die.
Professor!
I assume that was how the whole Creststone thing worked anyway.
Hey! War is over, pal. It's time to relax. Grab some drinks and let loose.
Yeah, for all of 5 minutes.
Nothing makes a drink taste better than sharing it with the buddy who's fought at your side. Throw on some war stories and you've got yourself a party.
Glad you're enjoying yourself.
That's it. Come on, lighten up and join in. Plenty of good times to go around. I was planning to ask some lovely lady to join me, but, well, let's be honest. Who's more deserving of me than you?
Are you trying to flirt with me, Balthus? Well, I guess he's already spent most of this segment trying to flirt with Judith, so kind of. She does remain the cooler Judith, though.
Thanks to my tireless efforts, the war is at an end.
Sure.
But the work of achieving my dream has only begun. House Nouvelle's name shall ring out once more.
Sure.
With my genius for spellcraft, you shan't be waiting long. I'm already deep into several promising avenues of research.
Fabulous. I'm sure that'll go not horribly or terrifyingly at all. Sorry guys, didn't mean to run into you there.
Got it. The war is over. For now. We need to think ahead to our next steps. And here you are, the new chosen leader of the land. Though, judging by your expression, you don't seem too enthused.
See, Yuri gets me. Please take my place, Yuri. Big mood. But do you think I'm suited?
It's hard to say how a region under your rule may turn out. But it'll be interesting to watch it unfold. If you end up on the throne, do me a favor and take care of the people of Abyss. I'd like to spread my wings and fly away someday.
Of course I will. I love you guys. I think that was everyone. Oh no, of course. How could I forget? I know what we still have to do. I don't know if we'll even be able to do it now, or if that's going to be the lead into the battle. We go in to say it in front of Rhea, and oh look, she's turned into a dragon. That's my bet. I missed my son.
Let's see. After all that happened to Lady Rhea, all of the stuff with Solon and the others, and everything that's happened with you, Professor, there's still a lot I don't understand. Please teach me, Professor. Everything you know, everything you've learned.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. If it's at all possible, I hope you'll speak about it not just to me, but to everyone else as well. I think everyone should know what happened here. If we're going to build a new, united Fodlan, that's absolutely crucial.
Yeah, I'd agree. Okay, now on to the nonsense.
The war is finally over. I have to admit, even I got a little emotional. Ray's condition doesn't look good. There's nothing to do now but wait. More importantly, are you serious about becoming Fodlan's new ruler?
Not sure.
It's pretty sudden. Either way, do what you think is best.
You there?
Well, is your mind made up?
Oh, fun.
I understand. Just know that we are applying all our power right now toward healing Rhea. You should take this opportunity to speak with everyone. I'm certain it will do you good.
Okay, I'm gonna use the month to grind up some more goodness for next route, so be right back. Okay, let's see what goeth on. For announcing a decision, Byleth visited the cemetery.
Sorry. It looks like I'm going to have to leave you now.
One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love, as well as I love her.
Someone I love. So, Lindy, Dorothea, Ignat, Setith, Yuri, Balthus, Rhea, and Sothis. Or no one. No one is amusing. God, I wish I could do one of these two, but I've committed to the bit. I wish to share my life with Rhea. I believe this is the only route you can do that, which will be pretty interesting if my theory pans out.
Appreciate it.
Well, nothing for it, I guess. The final battle.
Sweet child, you have finally come. I am so happy. It does my heart well to see you here, safe and sound.
Have you made your decision, Professor? Thankfully, Rhea has survived her trying ordeal. However, there is no telling how much longer her light will continue to shine.
Professor, have you decided? Will you become the next ruler of Fodlan?
Before I hear your answer, I shall fulfill the promise I made to you. You will know the truth about your identity. I will hold nothing back. I created you. And within you is the crest stone of the progenitor god. I hid the crest stone within your heart in order to revive her. Sweet child, I am sorry. I wanted to see her, see my mother, even if it meant doing that which is forbidden.
I mean, yeah, that was a heck of a take. What does it all mean?
I thought that I could regain all I had lost, if only I could revive my mother. And so I tried to bring her back by creating a body and then burying a crest stone within it.
When you say you created a body, wasn't that kind of Geralt and Citri's thing? Just putting that out there.
A young woman I created. My 12th try after much heartache was a failure. She grew up lacking the conscience of the progenitor god and fell in love with the captain of the Knights of Zeros.
Okay, she just made citrus fruit then. Great.
In time, she became pregnant. But she and the child were not able to survive the birth. The child she bore was not breathing, and she herself was in grave danger. The new mother pleaded with me to take the crest stone of the progenitor god from her own body and place it within the baby.
Oh, it's somehow so much worse that Rhea's mother's heart got put into Byleth's mother's heart, and then removed from Byleth's mother's heart to give to Byleth, thus killing her. Big yikes!
If I had done nothing, both mother and child would have died. And so I granted her final wish. As she had hoped, the baby started breathing again. The new life was saved. Your life, sweet child.
Yeah, ... is about all I'd have to say to that too.
Well before that, I had saved Gerald's life using the power of my blood. That means you are the child of a mother born of the progenitor god's crest stone, and a father who carried my own blood. I knew, deep in my heart, that you would be capable of housing the conscience of the progenitor god.
Sertith just looking at her like, this is the person we tried so hard to save.
I was right. And yet, she merely gifted her power to you, and then disappeared once more. My dearest wish did not come true. But here you are. You alone wield the power of the progenitor god. And now, I must ask you to use that power to save this world. You must...
Are we going downhill?
What?
Lots of flash cuts. Oh yeah, this sounds like we're gearing up for final boss.
Rhea? Rhea!
What is wrong? Please calm yourself, Rhea.
Way!
Is the power of the crest taking over her body? Why is this happening?
Okay. Guess I'll be marrying a big dragon at the end of this then.
Seth, it's terrible. White beasts have appeared all over Garreg Mach. It's hard to believe, but there have been reports that the priests and knights have been changing form.
Ooh, don't like that.
White beasts? Are they the ones Rhea shared her blood and stones with?
Oh, come on. So even if Geralt survived, he would have been killed by this.
Seth, demonic beasts are heading this way.
They're after Rhea. Professor, our situation is dire. If we do nothing, Fodlan will be destroyed by a rampaging Immaculate One and these children of hers. There is only one way to stop this. We must... Damn it! We have no choice but to kill the Immaculate One. To kill Rhea!
Man, Saturn's having a rough day. Poor dude. You do wonder how the S support's going to work out after this, don't you? Apologies for not taking this moment seriously, but I don't think that was ever going to be possible. I've pretty much written off both Black Eagle routes as complete nonsense.
Though showing brief signs of recovery, even Rhea's strength has its limits. Having changed form to the Immaculate One, she is unable to control her power. As if in response, priests and knights who are directly related to Rhea by blood change into white beasts themselves. Facing this unexpected threat, the Resistance Army prepares for its final battle to save Fodlan.
Shouldn't Catherine theoretically be one of them then? Because Rhea used her blood to save her. Unless it means literally her children, like people she created, like she apparently did Citrus. Plot? What plot? Again, fairly written off on some of these routes. Oh, this is excellent fun though. I wonder what a disaster of an S support this is gonna be. Good music though. I'm enjoying that. We still have Catherine. Sweet. Guess I'll just take a minute to sort this out, because they're giving me an extra unit for the first time in years. Right, what nonsense do we have here? Oh boy. That's a lot. So we only have to defeat Rhea. Well, this will be fun. And I presume the point is that the door keys are hard to get hold of, but we have Yuri. So, you know, let's just put him front and center and see what we can do. Let's see what this does.
It is kept secret, but there is a certain rite that all initiates to high office in the church must undergo. In this rite, one pledges to serve the goddess, and in return receives a crest stone fragment and blood. The ones who have transformed alongside Rhea just now are the ones who have accepted those gifts. They will shield Rhea, the Immaculate One, I should say, with their very lives. But if we do not strike her down, Fodlan will have no future. To arms!
Oh, it's one of my
Surrounded
favorite
already,
tracks.
The white beasts are those in whom Rhea's blood flows strongest. Until we get rid of them, we will not be able to so much as touch Rhea.
Oh, really? Well, that's annoying. So do we have to get rid of those? And I guess there's only one way to find out.
I'm in.
Oh, this music is so good!
I'll crush them all.
Who said this track could go this hard?
Impressive.
What's my strategy?
And I'm fairly sure this is going to end terribly. But, you know. At least we have an absolute jam of a soundtrack to listen to while it does.
More fighting.
I do this for all of us. Isn't the fighting already over? Why do we have to do this to Lady Rhea?
I mean, I don't particularly want to, but can you not see why we have to do this to Lady Rhea? I would have thought that was fairly obvious.
Let's make this quick.
Why not?
Interesting that Bernie's the only one who's raised a complaint so far as well.
I'll do my best.
I'm awake.
Stop! Any damage to the Immaculate One will only be transferred to those beasts.
Oh, come
on. It is
on.
seeming that my understanding of Fodlan tradition is insufficient. What is happening?
It is too dangerous to approach her now. Capture the southern stronghold first to seal the beasts away.
I worked so...
Surround me.
No.
Okay, so we're redoing this. So the southern stronghold is presumably down here. How do we capture it exactly? I don't know, but I guess this is how we find out.
It is kept secret, but there is a certain... In this, the what they will... But if you... Surrounded already until we get...
I'm in.
Right.
Why not?
I will prevail.
Let's make this quick.
I do this for all of us. Isn't the fighting already over?
Yeah, sorry, Bernie. Again, I don't want this either.
Oh, yeah.
More fighting.
I'll do my
the
best.
music is such a bop, though. Genuinely incredible. I love it.
Let's clean up.
I'm awake.
I'll crush them all.
What's my strategy?
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's pretty terribly inconvenient, but here goes nothing, I guess.
still the king.
Keep your ex.
They're coming one by one from the southern stronghold. If we do not capture it, there will be more.
Yeah, where is that exactly? Okay. We know now.
Just a scratch.
I'll try. We'll show him.
Okay, didn't really want that, but it is what it is. Okay.
Let us turn our attention to the Immaculate One.
This is it. The final battle.
I mean, we have to get back up there first, but...
Rhea! Not even I have seen this form.
Well, that's something, isn't it? A shame we must kill her. Consider the research potential.
Great! Let's just focus on keeping as many of us alive as possible for now, shall we? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You can't be...
Shouldn't strain myself.
I owe you.
probably about to lose Dorothea.
That's it.
Oh boy, okay, we're getting somewhere, I guess.
Just like that.
It's not necessarily going well, but it's going. I can say that much.
Still the king.
Remain cautious.
I mean, I don't think this is going to work out. Ideally, I ought to take out everything down here so then nothing can creep up on me when I'm fighting Rhea, but also, YOLO.
What's my strategy?
Just a scratch.
Right, who wants to place bets on how horribly this round's gonna go?
Not ready to...
Well, that's not good.
My understanding.
This round.
I will prevail. Worf, remain cautious.
Let's just see what happens if I do attack Rhea. Ooh, we can barely place a scratch on her. Great.
I can't die yet!
Yeah, this is gonna end horribly. We have done the world's smallest amount of damage, and are about to die, I think.
See? I will.
I'm stronger.
Okay, we have a whole 2 units left, so I think that we can say this is going to go badly. What I'm going to do is... Oh, my laptop's running out of battery. I'll sort that out first. Enjoy the music. Anyway, as I was saying, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the beginning and just try and take out everything in the south before I even bother opening the gates. That will probably take me quite a long time, so I'm going to stop the recording here and I will come back once I've accomplished a bit more of that. If anything else interesting happens, I will let you know. Be right back, I guess. Okay, hello again. Confession time, I downgraded. I do think it might have been within my ability, but frankly, I got a bit bored. So after a few attempts, we are now back on easy mode, and I forgot how insane the difficulty grading is on these games. Like, it is not difficult at all once you get around to downgrading. Hopefully that will count for the Rhea fight as well. I guess we'll find out. On the plus side, playing it properly while recording again means I can go back to wearing headphones, because I usually don't bother when I'm not actually meant to be reacting. And this music is so heckin' good. I really do love it. Right, we're all just kind of encroaching on Rhea now.
Thanks, pal.
I don't like that. I keep forgetting you can rotate the map, but I'm so used to seeing it from that one angle that I just never do. Oh, hey, Rhea. You know, or you could not. You also miss, like, everyone. Anyway, back to skipping. Let the fun begin.
I am nearing my limit.
Be careful.
Okay, layer one down. Suddenly realising that it's not actually great to have all of my tanks on this side, but I guess I can just destroy that wall and be done with it. There we go. We might lose Petra this round just because I was careless, but if we do, we do. Oh, Shamir. Oh dear. Clearly I am deeply concerned by this. I'm sure you can tell. Right.
I do this for all of us.
Did you get out of the nice doorway I just created? I made that because I want to use it. Oh, it's so much simpler when you downgrade the difficulty. Good thing I was a coward. Okay, you guys are going around that way so that you can tank.
I will prevail.
Oh good, Ray's healing. That's helpful. Okay, another layer down. Wonder if I can get away with repeating that, actually. I mean, not quite. Oh, maybe. Nice. Good for you, Byleth. Anyway. Okay, nearly done. Wow, this gets so much easier, it's kind of insane. Anyway. Ooh, that's not great, but it is what it is.
Be careful.
I'm basically just gonna throw everything I have at her at this point. Such good music. I'd say take a shot every time I say that, but don't because you'll die. Righty, here we go again. Yeah, I know. Not what we wanted, but... Oh, did I do it? I did not expect that. Okay. Well then.
Rhea! Please!
Sweet.
You're here, Mother.
I mean, yes and no. That was a very pretty cutscene, though. Good grief. Getting all anime up in here. Okay. Back down to normal, but hey. I don't mind. I'm over being mad at myself.
A rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fodlan. Rhea's wild rampage was put to an end, averting what could have been the greatest crisis in the history of Fodlan. After 5.5 years of war, a new age was set to begin. The Empire, Kingdom, and Alliance, all political structures that had once shaped the continent, were gone. A unified nation began to take shape under the watchful eye of the Church of Seiros. The Church's new leader became a champion of the people, working tirelessly to help them overcome the horrors of war and to carve out a path towards reconstruction. Just as Saint Seiros tended to those who suffered in wars of the past, Fodlan's new ruler embraced their role as mother of all life and arbiter of every soul.
Hell of a title, and also they do not look happy about it. That is, quite the portrait. But hey, we did a thing! Woohoo! Now how the heck is this S support gonna work? Is she alive or not? Oh.
As I soared through the sky, I spoke with my mother. Tell me, is it wrong for me to be happy that I escaped death?
I mean, no, but also, how? I'm happy. Let's commit to this.
Can you still say such things to me, even after witnessing my other form? Thank you. Somehow I feel as though your acceptance alone is my salvation. My sweet companion. I am entrusting the future of Fodlan to you. It is the only logical choice, as everyone wishes for you to be the new leader of this land.
I mean, again, does Byleth? Because I feel like that should probably be taken into account at some point, but guess not. Quick break to plug in my laptop again. Really ought to keep an eye on that. Anyway, what about you?
I am not qualified to continue leading the people.
Well, that we can agree on.
Though my intention was to keep the peace in Fodlan, I still propagated a false history and deceived my faithful followers.
Yes, you did. You also did much worse than that in another timeline, but hey, crisis averted.
I also took advantage of my position as Archbishop to further my own selfish goal of seeing my mother again. If my foolish actions had anything to do with the war,
We're all happy you returned to us, I guess.
I wonder, after all I have done, is it truly acceptable for me to go on living my life?
Rhea redemption arc time?
You are aware that it is my fault your fate has been so cruel, are you not?
Yeah.
You have become so strong. You and we were brought together by the flow of time and bound by the hands of fate. I took you on as a professor, and ever since, well, I believe with all of my heart that this outcome was meant to be. Perhaps it is disrespectful of me to say that.
How is it disrespectful?
Because it gives all of the credit to time and to fate, and doesn't pay you due honor for all of the choices you made that brought us to this moment. For all that you have done, for all the joy that you have brought me, thank you. Ever since the tragedy at the Red Canyon, I have lived a solitary life. In an effort to fill the hole left by that solitude, I took up the challenge of reviving the progenitor god. I wished for you to become the progenitor god. I wished desperately to be held in my mother's arms once more. But that has changed. Now, I wish only for you to be yourself, and to have you by my side. I love you, dearly. And so, I must ask, will you accept this ring?
This went from I want my mother back to now I'm in love with you remarkably quickly. I thought it wasn't as insane as I was hoping, but this is kind of getting there.
If you feel the same, I would like nothing more than to spend the rest of my life with you.
I love you too, I guess.
You brought a ring as well? For me? I am overcome with joy. I never thought I would know a day so blissful as this, that we found each other. Perhaps that means my mother is looking after us, guiding us.
Well, that escalated quickly.
As the new leader of Fodlan, if you wish for this time of peace to be everlasting, well then, I will happily dedicate my life to supporting your reign.
You mean if we didn't want the peace, you'd go and mess stuff up again? Really pretty art, though. She looks gorgeous.
No matter what obstacles we should encounter, I believe that our bond, Rather, our love. I believe that our love can overcome all.
The love that they really put zero effort into building up beyond the whole mummy issues thing, but this is kind of why I did this.
Together, we can achieve anything. With our love, we will make Fodlan's future as bright as the stars in the sky.
Great! Great! That wasn't weird at all. Oh, glad to be furthering Rhea's Oedipus complex there, but hey. Oh, Dimitri. Back in the day. Good grief, Ferdinand being an MVP. Didn't expect that one. How often is it going to be the DLC units from here? I assume quite a lot. Yeah, they really carried me. Huh, Ignatz was one of them. That's wild. Ah, there's a lot of Byleth and Yuri, yep. Well, I only had to downgrade for the last battle, so I'm gonna say that didn't go too badly for me. Let's see if we got the endings. Oh, apparently not, because I did try and pair Caspar with someone. After the war, Caspar set out alone on a journey of self-discovery. He travelled into every corner of Fodlan and even ventured abroad now and again, and said he got into mischief at every turn, but the victims of his antics, more amused than harmed or offended, remembered him fondly and passed those stories on. Bernie was who I tried to pair him with, so that's interesting. Anna's business savvy proved to be a great asset in the post-war reconstruction of Garreg Mach. Once the restoration was complete, she disappeared from the area entirely. The tales of a mysterious merchant were passed down in every corner of the world for centuries to come. Some say she continues to travel even to this day, attemptingly peddling her wares and ever in search of the new lucrative opportunity. Yeah, that sounds like Anna. I'm glad she's in this, even if I don't love her as much as I did in Awakening. Oh, I did get their ending. Good. Wafflane disappeared soon after the war. Seteth stayed at the monastery and worked to restore the authority of the Church of Seros. Doing away with his old strictness, he adopted a tolerant stance toward all and encouraged his followers to do the same. When he was satisfied the message was received, he vanished from the monastery. Several centuries later, a man and woman in ancient attire emerged from Fodlan that dramatically changed. When she asked the man beside her if it would be alright in his new era to call him father, he said perhaps it would be better to remain on the safe side. Oh, let her call you her father again, Seteth, you coward. Wait, I did get these two. After officially becoming the new Duke Aya, Ferdinand found that he had neighbouring Constance, whose noble house was granted the old Trim territory for its domain. They were married in short order and their adjoining territories were merged. The couple's diverse talents helped them overcome countless obstacles together in pursuit of restored land. They had many children, including one who became well known in her own right for the advancement she brought to her mother's research. Generations after, House Nouvelle stood at the forefront of magical progress. They definitely deserved each other. Oh, their personalities. Oh, interesting. Who was I trying to... Happy and Lindy. Who's Lindy ended up with? Oh no! Where exactly Happy went after the war is unknown. Some say she returned to her hometown to live a quiet life, while others speculate she assumed a new identity in the underworld. There is one instance, a matter of historical record. Some years later, remnants of those who slithered in the dark were defeated by Yes! Oh, I love that. Happy single-handedly taking down Slitheries. Oh, these two! Good! I hope they got married after all. After quitting the Knights of Seros, Catherine and Shamir set out on a lifelong journey together. The pair were inseparable as they travelled across Fodlan, and eventually wound up in Dagda. They faced many hardships, some of which were self-inflicted, as they had a way of sticking their noses into others' business. It's said, however, that no foe encountered ever proved a match for the combined might. Oh, good. I'm glad for them. They were great. Okay, again, who has Lindy ended up with then? Marianne returned home to a warm welcome from her adoptive father, who recognised her wisdom and skill and began to groom her as a successor. During that time, she had a chance to reunion with Ignatz, who persuaded his family to allow him to travel the world as an artist. Marianne supported his work and came not only enchanted by the landscapes, but also by his character. The romance between artist and patron was considered unusual, but long after their wedding, the story of how they fell in love was immortalised in popular plays. Oh, good. They were a, hey, I have these two people left, let's pair them up thing. Okay, how did I manage this, but I didn't manage Caspar and Bernie and Lindy and Happy? Oh well. Petra returned to Brigid and was ruler. She declared independence and renegotiated their diplomatic ties. Some years later, the Church of Seros Went into Nouvelle. Constance's house? Okay. The priest sent to this new church was Cyril. They met frequently. They fell in love and were ultimately wed. Symbol for the friendly ties between the two countries for the whole of their lives. I actually quite liked their supports. They were cute. Okay, good, I did get this one. I want them to run off and start an opera. A new opera company was born in the post-war rebuilding. This troupe headed up by former songstress, handpicked hands from all walks of life that began humbly. Over the years it grew to rival even the Mythic Frank Opera Company. The most popular production in repertoire was the tale of a disillusioned songstress making a comeback with the help of her ambitious lover. Through that story, the names of Yuri and Dorothy live on to this very day. Good. Oh! How did that happen? Okay. Linhart and Bernadette caused quite the stir after the war when they abandoned their inherited titles and eloped to Garreg Mach. Returning to the monastery where they were always most comfortable, the couple lived peaceful lives away from the hassle of politics. When the church was fully restored, the Officers' Academy reopened and they took up professorships there. One was perpetually asleep or absorbed in absent-minded study, the other refused to show herself at all unless it was time to give a lecture. That was not what I was going for at all, but it's pretty cute. Okay, I'm curious about how this is going to end. Balthus accompanied Lysithea home to help her parents restore their family land, securing the aid of his younger brother who happened to be lord of a nearby domain. Years later, when the end to their hard work was in sight, Lysithea relinquished their claims to nobility, ceding the territory to a nearby lord. Shortly thereafter, they went to Fodlan's throats, there they fell in love and lived... Okay. Them falling in love was a weird outcome, given that I got sibling vibes from them, but whatever. Hey, here we go. After finally saving both Fodlan and Rhea from crisis, Byleth ascended the throne as the first leader of the United Kingdom of Fodlan. From her temporary residence at Garreg Mach Monastery, she endeavoured to restore and develop Fodlan. Having narrowly escaped death, Rhea took time to recover her strength before returning to her role as Archbishop. Upon her return, she applied herself to rehabilitating the church and helping those who had suffered because of the war. Thereafter, the two worked closely to forge new policies and achieve progress for Fodlan. The pair's collective work came to be thought of as nothing short of miraculous. I mean, kind of boring, but I'll take it. What a wild ride this has been. Okay. Well. Church route done. Okay, yeah, credits. This was good fun. Oh, I enjoyed it. Complete and utter nonsense, but I expected it to be, especially after Edelgard's route. Yeah, I had a good time. I do still have questions about whether the church should really be allowed to be in charge, but I guess Byleth is the best person to do that. The S support with Rhea was not as insane as I hoped it would be, which is kind of disappointing. But what can you do? So, I'm really glad to have played through this. And I'll be back soon with Dimitri's route. We'll see how that goes. So I will leave this running just in case. I don't think there's post-credits, but you know, we'll see. And until next time, thank you so much, and goodbye.